Hey Frozen fans, it's Julie from Julieverse, and just like you, I have some Frozen fans in my house. A few of them, including me. Story's amazing. I mean, it's just a story of love. There's just so much involved. Okay, but we all know the story, so what's really cool is that Disney Publishing put out so many books. And actually, these are, is this one? I'm not sure who the actual publisher of this is, but this is Disney Enterprises. It's the copyright, Disney Book Group, Disney Books. They put out a ton of books that tell the story through different perspectives and help families to expand upon the lessons in Frozen. And they're also great to use in the classroom. And I have a whole series of videos about how to use some of these books in the classroom or in your home to teach and expand upon the story. Excuse me. This is called Disney Frozen, A Sister More Like Me. The funny thing about this book is that Elsa and Anna, before the movie came out, my daughter wanted to give one of her best friends a book and a doll from Frozen, knowing, she knew it was going to be an amazing story. And so we gave this one. And as it turned out, this friend doesn't really like seeing movies. She's now seen it, but it took her a long time to go see it. And so she didn't know the story for a long time. But she, as her mom said to me, it's a really sad book. And it really is. This is about Elsa and Anna, and they're talking to each other in the story. The pictures are totally different than the movie, which is really cute. I love that the pictures are different because it gives you so much more about their personalities. Like here they are on the swings, and see how cute little Elsa and Anna are. And this is familiar, of course. This is Anna trying to knock on Elsa's door, and Elsa's hiding. But it's cool to see pictures that aren't quite the same. Like Anna's on the horse, but she's so much younger than she is in the story when she's on the horse. Anyway, it's told through Elsa and Anna's perspective. And it gives you a clue when you start reading. It says, "My name is Princess Elsa. I'm as royal as can be. If the words look neat and purple, then they belong to me. I'm her little sister Anna. I like color, noise, and shine. When the words are pink and crowded, you can tell that they are mine." So the book has the words in different colors. And also different fonts. And they're not the easiest to tell apart, but my daughter can tell them apart better than I can, probably because I'm slightly colorblind and she's not. But it goes through and they take turns. This part is when you and I were little, we were close as close could be. I was happy you were Anna. You were thrilled that I was me. So this is the beginning, and that's through Elsa's perspective. As it goes on, you can see their personalities are so different. And this happens in so many houses. Elsa is the uptight one, the stubborn one. She's serious, she's bookish. Anna is the spirited, creative, wild one. And they're so different. And it talks about how they have nothing in common, or they think they have nothing in common. And here, this is Anna. "I followed you around the house and chattered like a bird. I tried my best to please you, but you never said a word. That's when I started dreaming about how my life would be if I ever had a chance to have a sister more like me." And then it talks about how nice, and then it's Elsa's perspective now. And both of them, you made me crazy. They're both just talking about how different they are and how it's so hard to have anything in common and to do things together. But finally, as you're going through this is what I would have wanted in a sister. Would have been so great to have someone to play with or to read with or whatever. Total opposites here in this picture. Love that picture. You get to the end, and they realize that they really could feed off of each other. And just like in the story, here, Elsa, I was prickly as an urchin. I was stubborn as a mule. That's Anna. Now we try to work together. It's our sister golden rule. And look, they're together. And they're best friends. And that's what happens, of course, as sisters get older, hopefully. They start to really connect and get along, even though they're so different. So it is sad that you spend your whole elementary years and young years realizing all these things that you don't have in common. And then sisters later realize, hey, this would be so much better if we took each other's strengths and worked together. So it's a little sad, but it's really a cool story. How to use that? Well, it's a story of perspective. It's a story of teaching family. It's a story that shows that you don't have to be exactly alike to be BFFs. It's a story that shows how to work together. You could write, if you're doing a writing assignment, you could use that book to write about differences and to say, okay, I want you to think of two people that are different and how they complement each other. and write about it. It doesn't have to rhyme like this book. It could just be write about it, or you could do poetry. It's also it's a really good talking book. It would be one you could use in like social circles when you're doing, you know, how to work with other people. Let's look for each other's strengths. Let's learn about finding strengths and taking advantage of them and using them together. So that is A Sister More Like Me, Disney Frozen, and the link is in the comments. Oh, and this one is written by Barbara Jean Hicks and illustrated by Brittany Lee. Link in the comments.